Hello, and welcome to our program, where we explore the powerful stories of individuals who have overcome significant challenges. Today, we are honored to have Michael Owl with us. Michael's incredible journey, which many of you may know from The Blind Side, demonstrates the power of resilience, the importance of family, and the strength it takes to rise up above adversity. In our conversation, we'll discuss the obstacles Michael faced, the role of family and belonging in his life, the impact of poverty, and how he dealt with racism. Thank you so much for being here, Michael.
Thank you for having me. It means a lot to share my story.
Let's start by talking about some of the toughest times in your life. When you were homeless, struggling in school, and dealing with the uncertainty of where you'd sleep each night. What kept you going? How did you manage to keep hope alive despite everything?
It was tough. I remember nights where I'd just walk around, hoping to find a warm place to crash. Sometimes I'd stay at the laundromat, sometimes with a friend, never knowing where I'd end up the next night. What kept me going was this feeling I was meant for something more. When I was at school, even though I was struggling, I knew that football was my way out. It wasn't just a game for me, it was my escape. My way to channel everything I was going through. And then, when I met the Tuohys, everything changed. They didn't just give me a home, they believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. That made all the difference.
That belief must have been powerful. It's clear that football and the Tuohys played huge roles in your life. Speaking of the Tuohys, family and belonging became central themes in your story. Before meeting them, you didn't have much of a stable family. How did being welcomed into their home change your understanding of what family means?
Before the Tuohys, I didn't know what a real family was supposed to be like. My mum loved me, but she had the struggles with addiction, and I was left to fend for myself most of the time. When the Tuohys took me in, it was like stepping into a new world. They didn't just provide for me, they made me feel like I mattered. Miss Tuohy, she'd always say, "We're a team, Michael," and that's what family became to me, a team. People who had my back no matter what. It wasn't about blood, it was about trust, love, and knowing someone was there for you. It was the first time I felt like I truly belonged somewhere.
That must have been a profound shift for you. Feeling like you belonged must have given you a new perspective of life. Racism is another significant challenge you faced, especially when you moved in with the Tuohys and started attending a predominantly white school. How did you deal with the biases and prejudices that came your way?
Yeah, that was tough. When I first walked into Briarcrest, I felt like everyone was watching me, judging me. Some people didn't think I belonged there because of the colour of my skin and where I came from, but I couldn't let that stop me. The Tuohys always told me to keep my head up, and that's what I did. I focused on what I could control, how hard I worked in class, how I performed on the field. Over time, I proved that I deserved to be there, and some people started seeing me for who I was, not just what I looked like. It wasn't easy, but I knew I had to push through.
It sounds like staying focused on your goals and having the support made a big difference. Reflecting on everything you've been through, poverty, not fitting in, dealing with racism, what advice would you give to others who are facing similar challenges?
I'd tell them to hold on, even when things seem impossible. I know how it feels to want to give up, but you've got to find something that keeps you going, like I did with football. Don't be afraid to ask for help either. I couldn't have made it without the Tuohys, and there's no shame in leaning on others when you need to. And remember, it's not where you start, it's where you end. Keep fighting, keep believing in yourself, and don't let anyone tell you that you're not worth it. You've got to believe in your own worth, no matter what anyone else says.
Thank you, Michael, for sharing your journey with us today. Your story is a powerful reminder of the importance of resilience, family, and self-belief. Thank you, Michael.
Thank you for having me. I hope my story can inspire others to keep pushing forward.